C-I-T-I. City Trends. City Trends.
Did you get ready in the dark or something? Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare. Don't you know?
What's up, guys? It's your girl Nessa, and how y'all doing? It's been a while since I've been here, and I just want to fill y'all in on what's been going on in my world. Like, what is the tea or whatever. So it's like whatever day it is today. But on some real stuff, I just want to be, let me be serious for like a minute, okay? So y'all don't know, but I gave notice to Amazon, and I am no longer a Amazon delivery driver. Oh no. Who didn't see that coming, right? So yeah, so I mean, you might be thinking like, why Nessa? Like, what happened? Glad you asked. Okay, now y'all know I've been complaining for a while about Amazon and just how hot it is in the oven and just the package loads and everything. I mean, that's in there too, but I mean, that's a part of the job, and I was cool with it, you know, and it's a physical job, right? So I did get benefits from the physical part because I lost weight, I toned up, you know, she is snatched just a little bit. I gotta keep going though. But Amazon, that job really didn't fit with my schedule, although it had a lot of wonderful benefits to the schedule, like working 4 days a week. But although you have a 10-hour, you know, window that you work in, and I got to pick the days that I worked. However, I had to work on the weekends. Now, with that being said, I have 2 kids, 3 and 5 or 4 and 6, because their birthdays are in the next month and 2, whatever. So that was an issue because if you got a school-age kids, they're out on summer break, right? So that leaves summer school programs and daycare programs for my younger one, my youngest kid, and school only runs between a certain amount of time, right? So what happens between those times where they are no longer, you know, in business operations, right? Kids gotta go, you know, because they ready to go. But I'm still working, so my kids will stay with the in-laws. Well, I'm a person who considers everybody else's personal needs and whatever, and I don't want to step on nobody's toes. That's just the kind of person I am. You know, I'm the kind of person that won't ask for help even if I needed help a long time ago. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know, I just try to figure out, work with what I have. And for the past several years, it has worked for me, although it's been hard to say the least. With that being said, that ain't even the reason why. That was just like the layers to the cake. The icing to this beautiful cake that I was preparing, I got bit by a dog on June 15th. I was delivering the Amazon package, went to put the package down. The owner and her lovely beast companions were in their backyard, but how this house was built, the front door was technically like the side porch to the house, right? It's like the house was backwards. I don't know. She ain't had no fences. She ain't had no gates. She ain't had no signs, no nothing. I've delivered to this house before because this was, if you watched my previous videos where I was saying, my last video where I was saying I generally deliver to the same area and I was getting tired of it. Okay, well, she's in that area that I was at every day, right? Well, I go to place the package down in front of the door. I'm going to take a picture. I see a dog running, but the dog's not making any noise. And typically the dogs on that route are genuinely friendly or older, you know, and they, you know, them dogs with the dip in their back and they got the gray hair and stuff, they don't, if they gonna use the little bit of energy that they have, they going out with a bang, you know what I mean? Well, this was a little dog. A beagle, that's, I mean, from what I can remember, I don't know. The paper said hound, close enough for me, right? A little beagle. Well, the dog was running towards me, and in my mind, once I realized the dog was running towards me, I'm like, oh, this dog, you know, it's just a friendly dog coming to run like they normally do towards me to come play, you know, do puppy doggy stuff when they're really friendly. Well, that's not what he was planning, because he was ready to, you know. You know? Well, the dog runs over the side porch and he leaps. And by the time I could really react, his mouth was already open and he went for my left leg. And baby, I folded like a lawn chair. You hear me? Like, it was just like all in slow motion. Like I fell backwards and everything. And then I just instantly started crying. And the owner finally made it up to the front. She had another dog. That dog was going to get my right arm. But by the time she got close enough and called them, whatever dog's name is, the second dog backed up and was just kind of like looking. You know how like dogs do when they realize they did something bad, or, you know, like, oh, like when they effed up and then they kind of look like, oh, snap. That's how that second dog was looking. And then eventually that first dog let go and then backed up and was looking like, oh, I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Like, you didn't say anything, you know, whatever. Well, one thing, the dog had on a collar, you know, the little box collars, I guess, to keep them from barking or something. I don't know. I don't have a dog. And if I did, I wouldn't put that on my dog. That's your business. And she was just like, oh my gosh, let me see. Where did he get you? And da-da-da. So she's looking, and, you know, it looked just like puncture wounds, right? But it hadn't started bleeding yet. Like, you could see the blood was slowly working its way up, you know, to ooze out or whatever. She put her dogs inside, and she comes back outside, and she kept offering ice packs and stuff, and I'm just like, no, I need to go. Like, I'm just like in shock, because I've never been bit by a dog. And I know when you're doing any kind of delivery, postal position, that is like the top of the list of things that can happen in the job. But I'm like, dang, I done went 6 months without anything happening. You know, I'm good. And normally I can see the dogs, normally the dogs I've come across, like, because there are some dogs that I've came across while doing Amazon that I could instantly knew that they were aggressive. So I threw that package right there by the van and boop, 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 myself on out the driveway. I ain't stick around. And I always took a picture to show you, this is why your package ain't make it to the door. I always make sure I got the dog in the background so people know why they didn't bring my package to the door. That's why, your guard dog. So she ended up giving me some frozen peas or whatever. I limped my way back to the truck. I drove a little bit and pulled over. Called my supervisors, called EMS, whatever. Had them wrap it up, my leg. The officers came, got a statement, yada yada. Drove back to where my fleet meets up, and somebody else took my route, and I had just got started on my route, right? So I ended up leaving, going to an urgent care. Then the urgent care was like, we can't take you. You got to get the first rounds of treatments and stuff. And they needed to know if the dog was up to date on their shots. Well, lucky for me, the dog was like 2-3 months out of date, overdue for its rabies vaccine. But by this time, I'm in the ER waiting. I spent about 5 hours in the emergency room before I even made it to the back. When I made it to the back, they were still taking forever. I mean, you know, they had a full house. Everybody was sick that day or whatever. I had to get a tetanus shot. I had to get the rabies and some other thing. So today actually was my last round of rabies. So I think with the rabies shot, if I'm not mistaken, one of the shots I got received goes by your weight and they just divide it up. So in total, I had to get 3 shots where the wound was. They had to put like around the wound. That was 3 shots. I wanted to beat the hell out of that doctor. But I know she was doing her job and that's just what they have to do. So it's 3 there. I got one on my left thigh, 2 on my right thigh, 1 on my shoulder, and then I had to get another one on my shoulder. That was just in the emergency room. Then I had to come back 3 days later to get another one in my arm. Then 6 days later from the original bite to get another rabies shot, booster, whatever, in my arm. And then today would have made it day 14. I had to get another booster in my arm. And I did go back to work. So I didn't work the next day. I didn't work my one weekend day. And I was like, you know what? Let me go back to work. Because I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a Sunday. I'm like, let me go back to work Tuesday or whatever. Like, because my supervisor, the owner of that particular fleet, I felt really pressured, like, to come back to work. Because it was kind of giving me, like, a nonchalant vibe. Like, okay, you got bit by a dog. It was a little dog. Like, he ain't snatch your leg off and then you had to get amputated. Like, you should be good, right? You're good. You're good. Like, that's how I felt. And I'm just like, whatever. Let me go and see. Now, I'm already thinking, like, this is it. Like, I'm done. But I'm one of those people, I'll keep sticking it out until I know for sure I have something to go to. Because, like I said, I didn't want to burn through money that I had been saving. Like, that's not what I was trying to do. But I'm like, okay, I get compensated, for the days that I miss. Things like that. So, anyway, I go to work. It's a Tuesday. I'm like, they better not give me the same route. They better not give me a route. So, they give me another route. Sure, I had a load of 119. I was in an area that, a different area. I'm like, okay, cool, breeze through that. Baby, when I tell you every dog that was, okay, this one particular dog, there's a handful of dogs that I do not mess with, okay? One in particular is a German Shepherd. Now, I've been around friendly German Shepherd. They're really cute or whatever. But I was delivering to a nice house. And I'm walking up the driveway, and I'm beep-bopping. And I look, and I see some ears in the garage, and I'm like, what? And then I seen the head pop up, like, and baby, when I said I Flintstone off that driveway, I was yabba dabba doo, I was gone. You hear me? Like, I was out of there. And the dog, kind of did a little trot, like, what the hell is wrong with her? Like, I just wanted to see, who you was, I was gone, baby. I ran all the way back to the van and got in. You hear me? I was like, and I was yelling, not today, not again, not today, not again. Like, I'm yelling. And the owner comes outside. He's on the phone. He's looking like, what the hell is wrong? And I'm just like, look, I gave him his package. I'm just like, look, sorry. I just got bit by a dog literally a week ago. And I'm still traumatized. Like, I'm messed up. So, after I delivered the package, I'm driving. At least for the next 30 minutes, my heart was still racing. My hands was shaking. I'm like, this can't be. Like, I'm really, like, messed up. So, everything, like, I'm paranoid. Like, I see something, on my periphery, and I'm like, and I'm listening for everything. I hear, like, something like a chain jiggling. Could be wind chimes or something like that. And I'm like this because I'm thinking it's a dog's collar. Like, I'm just like so messed up in my head that I'm just like, Lord, just get me through this day because I'm about to have a stroke because I think somebody about to get me. Next day come, they smack me with like 130 something packages or whatever. I think that day I was in the same area. The funny thing was I delivered to the house next door, right? Now mind you, I've always delivered to this area. I I guess, of course, you talk to your neighbors. They had put a notice saying we have a dog, and now Amazon has where they have like a little paw print that shows that, customers can check to say that they have a dog, so, you can be aware of it, whatever. And I'm like, I'm not taking no chances. I know I never seen their dog as well as their neighbor, the ones who actually have a dog, that has a dog that actually attacked me. I threw that right there at the tip of the driveway. Like, everybody that I suspect had a dog, or I wasn't sure, not certain, or they're from the van to their front door seemed really far, and the dog could come out into the driveway, toss it into the driveway. Like, I'm not playing. Like, and on top of that, I knew these were my last couple days. Baby, you think I cared? I did not care. I was still, careful with the package, but where I put it, had to go seek. Where is that? You gotta go look for it, find the skeepers type stuff. Like, I wasn't playing. So after that, the next day, they had me go 40 minutes in a whole nother direction. Which, was cool. I got a little ride, whatever. And the crazy thing is, all 3 of those days, I went from 119, 130 to 160 something. I finished around the same time all those days, which I think, even though I had to drive a little ways, I was finishing between 7 and 8, 7 to 8 o'clock or whatever. And I'm like, dang, I should have stretched this out so I could have some more coins. But I'm not thinking like I'm getting workers' comp for the days that I work. So anyway, Thursday was my last day. And like from then until now, I just been kind of like chilling with family or whatever the case is. But the crazy thing about it, during those days that I was off between when I went back, I was applying for jobs. Like I said, I need to have somewhere to go before I, leap or whatever. So I was already planning to go, the week that ended up being my last week and the following week until something came. Well, I did put a bunch of applications in. Later that afternoon, I get a call. And I'm like, hello, whatever. And they're like, hi, is this Vanessa? This is so-and-so from the such and such company. And, I wanted to know if you were able to do a phone interview and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm down for the phone interview. Excuse me, I'm in a car, so it might be a little hard to hear. Do the interview or whatever. And she's like, sounds great. We're ready to offer you a position, because, your background shows that you have the experience, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, cool. So then I'm looking at the times. The times are really perfect, but I'm like, dang, I got to do a weekend day. So this goes back to, Nina's sister. I don't have a big family around me. I pretty much, me and one other relative live in the state that I'm in. The rest of my family are between 3 and 4 hours away or whatever the case is. So that's the only support I have. Like I said, y'all know, I don't have no friends. So it's no friends that I could call and be like, can you watch your little godson or your godsons or whatever? Can you do that? It's just me. I do everything by myself. So now I'm trying to wrap myself around somebody else's schedule. And I'm just like, I know they don't want to do weekends because that's not how their work schedule is set up. So I declined the position or whatever because of the scheduling. The hours and stuff are perfect. The pay is a pay cut, but it's a pay cut that I can work with. And then like the next day or whatever, we talked it out and stuff, and I just kind of weighed the options. And I messaged, the recruiter back, and I'm just like, if the position is still available, I would love to take it. Whatever case is, okay, great, boom. We're looking to get you started on the 27th. But you got to do, your background, whatever, that's going to come back clear. Your drug screen. And I'm like, wait, because I got a scription card. So if y'all checking for scription stuff, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to fail. And they're like, oh, no, we don't check for that. We don't, we're not looking for that or whatever. You're good or whatever. So, okay, I go do my little test. But the thing is, you got to do your urine test within 48 hours of doing, filling out the online paperwork or online documents for background checks, whatever. So but I couldn't because I worked on those days. So she pushed it back. I was able to do it on a Friday, which means that will put my start dates, because my stuff came back A-okay, and pushed my start date time to July 5th. And I know y'all like, well, then where you going? Where you about to work at? If you got a new job, you know, I would just say this. If you don't believe in something, I don't care what it is. If you don't believe in something, please do. Because the way that everything works, first of all, I believe in a God. I'm very spiritual, but I do believe something much powerful than us created us in the world, or the illusion that we live in, right? For them to know my heart really wanted to leave Amazon, although I liked it, it just really didn't suit my needs and things that I needed to do. I was missing out on time with my kids because I was always, you know, working. Even it seemed like a lot like that, and I'm tired, you know, it just, and there's other things that I want to pursue and do. It just took too much energy from me and my lifestyle and my family and everything. God knowing that, and it's like I got what I needed from it. Then for me to get bit by a dog, it's like I'm really stubborn, so I feel like God needed to give me a push. You know what I mean? So I know you probably like, so he got you bit by a dog. Yeah, because sometimes he got to make you real uncomfortable for you to move your feet, because you're not moving when he done gave you warnings and signs a long time ago, because we don't listen. You know what I mean? So yes, he had to sick the dog on me because he knew that's the only way I was going to go. And the crazy thing was, literally the day before, I was like, God, show me a sign that I need to go, that, you know, it's time for me to go. You know, I keep looking for answers and stuff like that. I'm spiritual, so I be looking for synchronicities and numbers and stuff like that. And I'm getting ones and twos, threes, then fives. And I'm just getting, and I'm just not listening. I'm still saying, show me something. Show me, like, I want him to come down here and look me in my eye and say, get the hell out of Amazon, because that we done with this part, you know? I'm sorry, I'm spitting and everything. I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all not right here. So, yeah, he had to get me bit by a dog, and that moved me. And the crazy thing is, the following day when I did those applications, I got a call the same day with a company that I had been trying to work for, different position. But the fact is, I was trying to work for that company for a while now. I'll put an application every time I see them, you know, post one for my area, whatever the case was. Or it was never in my direct area. Now it is. So not only is the location like 18 minutes from my home, I'll be working 5 a.m. to 2. Right now, just be Monday through Friday, even though that's going to change to the schedule that I pick, which will end up switching to a weekend day, but that ain't for another month or whatever. It's damn near perfect, and that still leaves me time with my kids to do whatever I want, you know what I mean? Like, and do stuff with them, because I'm the type of one of those moms that I gotta be, you know, I get out there and rough it up with my boys, you know what I mean? We're gonna play football, we're gonna do basketball, we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna whatever. Like, you know, I'm one of those moms that I'm active, you know, big kid myself, or, you know, I gotta be a little tomboyish or whatever the case is. That's just me. I'm very active with my kids. So it works. Now, it's not a permanent thing, but it's something that I need right now that'll work, you know, and that is paying something. That's the other thing, because I can't make under a certain amount, because then I'm gonna be really struggling out here. You hear me? So, yeah, so the company that I end up working for is Carvana, you know, the online vending machine car dealership type thing. Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing. Not as a salesperson, but I'll just be doing kind of inventory, you know, quality control type position. And yeah, like, I'm real excited, and it's still an active job because it's a lot of walking. I'm cool with that. And I do plan on getting in the gym, working out, keeping on my, you know, my shape, my figure, because like I said, I lost weight with Amazon, and I want to keep that up, because, or at least maintain it, you know what I mean, and tone up more, whatever the case is. It's like a whole thing that I got planned. But I got to keep pushing. And I'm just like really excited. Like I said, I've been meaning to do this video for a while. Not even for a while, for the last couple of days. But I just been so, you know, I've been chilling. I've been resting, to be honest with you. Resting and chilling with family. Resting, chilling with family. Like, I feel like this is the time God know I needed to rest because I was exhausted. And this how I know I was really exhausted. I was like cranky and like fussing. That's really not me. Like, I'm really like a, you know, woo, you know, just girl, sit down. Give her something to sit her ass down. You know, oh, I hope you can say that on here. I don't know, but maybe we'll bleep it out. But yeah, like, and I don't like to be the one that just be snapping at people or my kids or whatever because, you know, I'm mad at my job or something like that. I don't like that. Not saying that this job might not come, you know, with any kind of issues or whatever case is, because we will be documentation, everything. Not everything, but as much as I can while I'm working. Just in case, you know, give some of you some ideas, you know, like, I like to think of myself as a hustler or whatever, or I tend to always find a loophole in things or seem to make it work. And even if I got to take the short end of the stick, I'm going to always look at it in a positive manner, you know, because I feel like everything that happens is for a bigger reason, you know, in my life, or broaden my knowledge, my wisdom, to gain some skills for something that I'm going to need later down the road, whatever. That's just how I think of stuff. You know, everybody might not do that. That's what I do. That's what keeps me going. So I'm going to stick with it. Whatever you do, that's for you. If you want to, you know, get on board with my bandwagon, do that. Like, go for it. You know, trust your gut. When you, like, your soul, your gut is saying move, move. You want to take your time? You going to get moved. Believe that. You going to get moved. You might not like how you get moved, but you going to move. You feel me? But I just want to get on and share that. I really wanted this video to be short, but apparently, as y'all can see, I love to talk. And I'm trying to think if I got something else to say. That's it for real. And probably I could post more videos now, because really it was taking me a long time to edit videos, like a whole week. That's why a lot of those videos was coming like a week or two later, because it was taking me a long time to edit them, from like an hour plus footage of nonsense to stuff that I actually just wanted to keep. But yeah, I'm about to chill for real. I got some food. I've been out today with my mother-in-law. She brought me lunch. It's a Sprite. Why Sprite be so, it just be so. Y'all know what Sprite be doing. And I got me a gyro. This a is it called gyro? Gyro. I think it's gyro, cause I was watching Iron Chef and somebody made a gyro, and I think that's what one of the guys say. So I'm gonna listen to the people because they be cooking for a living. But I think a lot of times we be saying gyro and gyro and stuff like that. But I think it's actually pronounced a gyro. I didn't get the traditional. I always normally get the traditional one, but this time I was like, let me try their chicken one or whatever. And they got these fries. They bomb. I don't know what they put on them, but it's like some kind of seasoning and Parmesan. I don't know. You know, you be seeing these like when you go to the beach, them boardwalk fries. That's how I This mine. And look, I think this is so cute. I thank you for your business. But yeah, I just want to really get on there and get on here and just, you know, share what's going on. And I really want to say I appreciate you guys who've been subscribing, who've been liking, who's been commenting, all that. Because I feel like, I mean, not even I feel like, I know I don't post a lot of content or whatever. I just post when I feel, you know, the need to. And those of you who engage or who just subscribe because you know, came across one of my videos and just instantly I just, you know, you gravitated towards me, then I really thank you. Because somebody like me, I've always been that person in school who didn't have a lot of friends. You know, I kind of just kept to myself. I mean, I have friends, but I wasn't like in a whole entourage or clique. You know how I be like 7 homegirls and really 4 of them be hating on 2 of them, and then 1 of them and the other one is really the closest friends. You know, you know them cliques. I was never that, you know, I socialized with different groups of people at school, from the athletes to the LGBTQ, them people, to the musicians, to, I mean, y'all get my drift, from to the art anime kids to the kids that nobody even paid, like the weird, they weren't even weird. Those kids that just, they're so quiet, but nobody mess with them because they don't look, you know, like the rest of them. Everybody, like, I could just, I'm that kind of person that I can mix and mingle whatever. And I think that's just part of who I am, because I can feel people, or it's like I can speak their language in a sense, or whatever. It's like, I don't know. It's just an energy that comes over where I can understand them, like I can relate to them. And that's why I never really have a problem adapting to wherever I go, because I know how to adapt or whatever. But yeah, so anyway, I'm about to eat and do a little Netflix watching. Real quick before I get off this thing, y'all watched the Umbrella Academy. I finished that. Y'all watched Stranger Things. I watched that. Waiting for volume 2. What else did I watch? I don't know, but let me know what y'all be watching if you made it this far. Drop down in the comments below and let me know what y'all be watching on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, because that's all I got right now. Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus. And I really don't watch TV. I'm mostly on YouTube, for real. But let me know what y'all watching. Like I said, I'm into legacies, because I like a lot of witchy kind of stuff like that. Let me know what y'all watching or what's popping or whatever, and I'm gonna go check it out. I'm really judgmental on shows and stuff, so if it ain't hitting in the first episode or the first couple minutes, I'm not gonna watch it. Just letting you know now. I might have to force myself and then see what happened, but yeah. So anyway, I'm about to get into this goodie. So I don't want to drop it, but it's chicken. You know, if you ever had gyro, what I said it was called? Yeah. Same fixings. The chicken a little bit dry, but it's been sitting. Probably tastes better when it's hot. But I'm about to crush this. And I will see y'all in another video. Bye! Don't ever trade your soul. Don't even listen to him. He don't know nothing at all. Try not to get too involved, but really it's breaking my heart.